Hey, it's Pamela. This is a different angle than usual because this isn't a regular type of video that you've seen on my channel before. What I'll be doing in this video is something that I've needed to do for a very long time, and I think I've gotten to the point where I need to finally tackle this because honestly it's been bothering me and I have a ton of time to deal with this. It was just getting to the point where I felt like doing. But in this video, I'm going to be finally cleaning my dresser. You always see it in the background of my videos. Let's take a peek at what it looks like right now. Yeah, I need to clean this up, and now it just seems like the perfect time. So without further ado, I finally clean up my mess. What I think the biggest issue is the lack of room and the sheer amount of stuff that I have. And I think the best way to tackle this is to see what is in here, because this is basically where things just go to disappear. I don't really know what's in here anymore, so let's dump it out and take a look. Let's see what's in here. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. To make this easier, I'm gonna sort everything before I go through it. Okay, so now I have everything sorted, and this is a little bit embarrassing. This is all eyeliner, and you want to see something funny? I have two of these aesthetic aligners, and I don't think I've opened either one of them. So this is obviously the older one, and I don't remember even receiving this. I also have a bunch of lip products, and some of these things I didn't know where they were. Like my Charlotte Tilbury well-loved Pillow Talk lipstick that I use for work. I didn't know where this was, so I had to use a different color. Now I know it was just at the bottom of this bag, so I obviously need to put this in a nicer place. This is also an expensive lipstick, not something that you just throw at the bottom of a bag and forget about it. I have these mascaras, which I know some of these need to be thrown right into the trash. I have no shortage of eyebrow products, and the same goes with face products. I have old foundation here, I have a bunch of concealer, yeah, stuff I don't need. And I guess like this, because I thought this was a concealer, but it's like an illuminator. I don't have as many of these, so that's not so embarrassing. Two pairs of lashes and the liner, not a big deal. I have these brushes. This one needs to be cleaned up, but I was wondering where this one was. This is kind of Old Faithful. It's just a cheap little brush that I like how it works. And then I couldn't find this one anywhere, and I loved it for my liner. Did I know where it was? No, because it was at the bottom of this bag. And then I have some miscellaneous stuff and some stuff that is garbage that I don't know why I was keeping in this bag. I need to go through this and throw some of this stuff out, so I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll be back to show you what's left. So far, these are easy throw outs. I tested all the liners on my hand. Some of these still work. I'm going to have to look at it more thoroughly to make sure that it is old and I'm not throwing out a perfectly good product. For example, stuff like the pencils, I'm just going to sharpen them down beyond the point. If they still work, I'm not sure if the product that's like a centimeter below where it's sharpened to has gone bad. My problem, you can tell, is I don't like to waste things. Also, like, if I know I'm not going to use them, why am I holding on to them? We're unlocking a bigger issue here. Call me an eyeliner hoarder, but I also have had eyelid eczema, and that's not something that I ever want to experience again. And with that being said, I don't think I've used this e.l.f. one in a while, so I'm just gonna throw this one out. This one's looking pretty dirty, so I think I'm also just gonna throw this out. They're not expensive. And I also have to remember that they went into here because I had opened a new one, meaning that these ones, they're no longer good. So also, like, these mascaras, I remember I didn't like this mascara. I really liked this one, and I was kind of keeping it to try to remember what it was, but they don't sell it in Canada. They don't have the Tarte Man-Eater line in Canada, so I guess this can just go in the garbage. And then there's this one, I didn't like it at all, so why am I holding on to it? And this one, I don't think I've used this in a long time. I think I've just been holding on to it also to remember what it is, is, and it's also super expensive. So good mascara, but I can't see myself buying this again, so I don't know why I'm holding on to it to remember it. This packaging looks really clean, but when I open it I can see that it's been used and it looks clumpy, so I'm gonna get rid of that too. I'm left with these 3 mascaras and I'm fine with it. All the lip products are still good. The eyebrow products I think are still good. Like this is sealed, this is sealed. I forgot I had this shade. This hasn't been used yet. This is really old, so I'm just gonna throw that out. I have a bunch of these concealers. I was actually buying a lot to see which ones I liked and which ones I didn't like, so I'm pretty sure these are all good. These 2 foundations, I haven't worn this foundation in a really long time. It was my favorite for a while, but I think the last time I tried to use these, they oxidized and went bright orange on my skin. These are going in the garbage. My garbage pile looks small compared to what I'm keeping. It looks bad, but I'll eventually get through all of this stuff. So I feel less bad actually seeing this, and I feel good about knowing where things are now. So that's just the first part of this. I have the rest of the dresser to conquer now. I might actually leave it for another day. What I care about right now is this part is done, and I am getting rid of some of these products. Moving on to the next stage. You'd figure that I would, you know, not go back to old habits, but old habits die hard. I've put it back into this bag, and I'm gonna put it back on my dresser in the exact same spot that it was. But that's just for now. Believe me, I'm not just gonna let this sit like this. I'm gonna get to the rest of this. It's just I don't have anywhere to put this stuff. I just need to organize it first before I can use this bag in a more productive way. Alright, it still looks just as messy. This is just a bit more empty. This is something that I've had in the state for a while. This basket is separate from this, and this little thing is separate from this. So when I move these over on this dresser, I can put stuff from here into here. I also have this container from a candle that I've just thrown stuff into for now. Maybe a liner cup, lip liner, eyeliner, eyebrow liner. That's what I'll put in that cup. And yeah, so I just have to get this figured out. Also, look at my powder collection. I have so much. This one is actually my favorite. It's the only one that I've really been using. I have the Laura Mercier one, and I don't actually like it. The container's still full, so I need to figure this out first, and then I'll continue. Alright, so where we left off was me showing you my powder collection, not really knowing what to do with this, but I think I have it figured out. It makes more sense to put all this in this bag so it's not taking up so much room, because it's like deodorant and sunscreen and stuff. So if I put it in this bag, I can create more space. And I've also moved this around and took the thing out of it and put it in front of it. The basket is still in there because there's no room on the dresser yet. In this cup, I put basically anything in a liner or pen type container. That's gonna move out of here once I have more space over there. It's not much progress, but that is the plan right now. So hopefully in the next shot, it won't look this chaotic anymore. Alright, so this is empty. It's really annoying how to clean up. Sometimes you just have to move things. So now this is a massive mess. I'll put together glosses, lipsticks, but I can't do that right now because I need to clear space for this. So I need to move this into this, which is what I'm gonna do right now. All this stuff is now in here. It's kind of just thrown in there haphazardly. So I now have this space. So I can now pull this out and put this right here. And it's still looks like such a mess, but this is going to be all sorted, so it should look a lot nicer than it does right now. I guess when you clean up, sometimes it has to get messier before it gets clean. This will be the final update of the night. I tried sorting this, but I just have too much stuff. Basically, I'm just gonna have to use it up, and I think I actually have to do another examination of the stuff that I do own, because I know that some of this stuff is old and I should probably throw it out. Like, I'm pretty sure I've had this. Yeah, this is super old. So this is going in the garbage right now. I also put liners in here and I sharpened them all, but I messed up with this one. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. It's just like a little sampler of a NARS. I was sharpening it, not realizing that you twist the bottom to sharpen, I'm trying to do quotes, the eyeliners. So I basically broke this, but that's fine because I already have a ton of it. There's a casualty. It's also going in the garbage. I'm also getting rid of these 3 items. This made my eyes burn and it's like putting glue on your eyelids. No thank you. This goes bright orange on my skin. Unfortunately, it's like basically full, but I think I never used it because it made my face orange, and why I didn't return it to Sephora, I don't know. And this makes my face itch. And I noticed that it also is kind of chalky. So these are all going in the garbage. The conclusion that I've come to is I'm not gonna get my dresser to be this pristine, organized setup that I thought was possible. I have perfectly good stuff that I don't want to just throw out just to throw out just to make space. I think by keeping similar items within the boxes that I have on my dresser is the way to go. So it's not going to be the results that I really wanted, because to do that I would have to maybe have like a set of drawers or install a shelf, and I don't really want to do that. But right now I also have this basket, and like the large makeup bag that I poured out for you guys and showed you the massive amount of stuff that I forgot that I had, I also am not sure exactly what is in this basket, so we're gonna have a peek to see what's in here. I have these facial razors that probably could go in a better place than this. One thing with mirrors and stuff, I feel like they're always useful, and I just stuck this on the back of this little puff thing. Rainbow highlighters that I don't use highlighter a lot because I find I have like too much texture in the areas. They're so pretty, and you can create like a holographic look with this. Am I just gonna name everything that's in here? I have lashes in there. This I totally forgot that I have. It's an e.l.f. cream blush set. If you watched my Halloween video where I turned my face into a pumpkin, you might remember this. Eyeshadow palette that I never use. Highlighter. This is like empty. I can just get rid of this. Forgot I had this Pacifica eyeshadow highlighter. I don't know. Color correcting powder. I have a lid. Beauty blenders. Forgot that I had this because again it's been sitting at the bottom of a container, out of sight, out of mind. Little tiny lipstick. This eyeshadow. I made nail polish with it. This is garbage. A hair oil that I forgot I had. This is garbage. It's empty. Fenty Beauty concealer. Another liner. Old Q-tips and a button. I guess the button can go in there. So I think if I take everything flat and I go by size, I can just put it in a lot more neatly. Actually, I am just gonna keep these in here. Cleaning up by just moving things around just looks neater. All right, it's now time for the grand reveal because one of the files in this video is corrupted and I have to finish it. I have no choice. Et voila! It does look much neater. Basically, almost the same since you saw it last, but because I have to complete this video, that's just how I'm gonna have to leave it. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also hit the subscribe button, I really do appreciate it. And leave me some feedback in the comments. I know that it's still borderline messy. It just means that I need to now use up what I have here so I can condense my collection. That is gonna take some time. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.